Hello.
Hello, brother! How you doing? Long time no see. I'm gonna start screen sharing for you. We're gonna jump right
Okay.
into it because you know how coaching works already, and I want to get the most out of your hour, okay? So let's take a look at it. You didn't play that much this season, right? Because 300 games is not that much.
I mean, for me, it's like much. Yep. I kind of started to play Jarvan too, Jarvan. I only played Vi, if you remember
Yeah,
it.
I see it. Why? And then the Jax
Yeah.
game you did live on stream, that was also crazy.
Yeah, I hated it. I hate Jax from my guts. I don't know. Jarvan like fits me, kinda.
Okay, so why did you decide to play more Jarvan now? What is about that?
I mean, I played a lot of Vi, and ever since I started to play Y, they nerfed it. Every single patch, she got nerf. So it was kind of annoying. And I wanted to try another bruiser jungle, and
Okay,
Jarvan was always S plus tier.
Okay, so do you think that Vi is now a shit champion to climb if she's nerfed?
No. It's not about. I just like wanted to have like at least two champion pools, not a pools, not only one.
So Vi and Jarvan is one of the best two tricks you can do. Did you know that?
Yep. I
Um,
didn't know, but I felt like it because they are super similar. They are kind of
yes.
like the same.
Core is Black Cleaver. Leads to
Yeah,
both
yeah.
being Bruiser. Same playstyle. It's the exact same playstyle. That's why Jarvan Vi is wonderful two trick. So what about your Wukong?
Oh, Wukong was like when I started to play the LoL. Like I didn't
Okay.
play him for like a year.
And do you plan now also with this coaching that you like play more next season? Because again, like 300 games for the entire season is not a big sample size.
Yeah, I kind of want to start to like play like 3 times a day, every time like 3 games, and maybe even start to stream it a bit. I don't know.
If you want to
So yeah,
like stream, very important tip, don't ever look at the numbers. I permanently have my viewer number
oh
code
yeah,
off. And
yeah.
you just stream for only to have fun in your games. You have fun, you focus on improvement, you focus on gameplay, you're doing wonderful, you're doing amazing. That's very important to notice. And then you look at your Jarvan and Vi gameplay. And if somebody says, hey, what do you think about Jarvan? Then you can help him out because streaming is about helping others, not about a selfish thing. I want to be a streamer or something. So that's a very cool idea. But I would, like, if you do want to do that, I would recommend to immediately start it. You know, like the next season starts, you stream, you don't even look at the numbers, you just stream and play. And 3 games a day, perfect.
Okay.
So that's already a very good idea. Okay, apart from that, is there anything you're just gonna spam Vi Jarvan, and what about your Jax?
I mean, if they ban Vi and they take Jarvan, then maybe I can pick up Jax. Or if I know that there's a lot of auto attack champion, then I take Jax because he's super good into auto attacking champions. No.
Okay, yeah, then it's your pocket pick. But then I would
Yeah.
recommend, as you probably have it in mind, probably like 50-60% Jarvan, 30-40% Vi, and 10% Jax. Is that okay for you?
Yeah. That's what I do. That's what I do.
Then we already have the perfect strategy. About your Jarvan build, why do you go lethality? Was it a test or was it?
When I started to play Jarvan, I only watched at the the Lolalytics, and I had the lethality had a way higher win percent, right? So that's why I started to play it like that, but it doesn't really like work for me.
Okay, if you go lethality, you need to know when. It's all
Yep.
about you need to have the right knowledge on itemization. Sandra Sky Black Cleaver is in general the best because it works the best with how Jarvan works in the first place. You want to be a
Yep.
front to back bruiser. The reason you go lethality is that you have more control because you have a higher damage output. So you go lethality against champions that you can one shot where they don't have a front line. That means against Soraka Smolder, lethality is already way more interesting because you can go through there is no front line, so you immediately are at the back line. So you have here, you have lethality. You see everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here you have lethality, and I cringed when I saw this because this is
Because
from
there's a
all
Leona.
exactly. You see, that's what I love to see because you already have Like you are already smart. Like you see this already. It's not only Leona, it's also Nocturne, right? But it's about, you know that the fights is gonna be against those two. Jarvan, you cannot fight against Skorky. How? So you're always going to fight Leona Nocturne. Exactly. No, it's not. He doesn't jump out. You don't get to him because Leona will cock block you. Straight up.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Now, the thing is, against Karma, Ahri, Ziggs, Jarvan's not a good pick because Ahri can just dash out of Jarvan anytime she wants. But Jarvan is very decent against Ziggs and Karma. Now, if this wasn't an Ahri, but a Victor, then Jarvan is insanely good because also Viego is not enough frontline. And then you can go lethality if you want to, and also if your team needs to. Okay?
What do you mean my team needs to? My team, if my team has a tank, right?
If your team needs to have a front to back bruiser. For example, the enemies need this Leona. Without this Leona, the entire enemy team falls apart. This Leona holds it together. That means if you have a Galio mid lane, then you don't need to be a bruiser Jarvan. You can, that is amazing, but you don't need to be. Okay? In this game, who is your front line? Tell me.
Me, for sure.
Exactly. So why would you go lethality?
I don't know.
That's why I was cringing when I saw it. You just tested it because you need to be frontline and you cannot go to their backline. So it's two factors that decide of you not be going bruiser, lethality. So very important for you. League of Legends is, I mean, you just watched the game as well that I just played, right? It's actually very easy to play the game correctly. You just need to know,
if you know how to.
Yeah, if you know how to. But important is it's not complicated. What does that mean? Here, the enemies have Leona and you need to be the front line. That was not complicated, but you need to think about it.
Yep.
Okay, now, for you, I don't think we should do live coaching right now because we haven't done coaching in a while. And I think for you, it's just important that you get very hyper consistent because your stats is not hyper consistent yet. I think from the stats, you're still decently lost on the map. Here, for example, you just become a complete monster and just start farming enemies. You forget about farming your camps. This game already shows that you are sometimes just completely lost on the map, right? 5 CS per minute, 2-5. Like, what are you even doing?
Oh, no, the Fenrir, the Rek'Sai was crazy. He was a smurf, I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, though. But
could be.
In that match, he was crazy good.
Okay. Yeah, we will take a look at it. But, I mean, smurfing will not be stopping you anyways in the first place, right? Okay, so this was played yesterday. I'm going to jump into this game real quick first. Okay? Because you're going to play only Jarvan Vi anyway, so I'm also going to only focus on them too.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, first the 23-2 game. Let's go.
Okay, before we start, I know my mistake in the first 5 minutes.
Curious.
I was just trying something. I saw it on Agurin's stream. But you're gonna see. Okay. After that, I didn't really make mistakes, in my opinion.
Okay, this word is anyways. Why do you place this word?
So I know it's not invaded by Rengar.
Okay, but why do you not place it here? You want to have vision as fast as possible on the Rengar when he's invading you. The only reason a word like this would make sense if it could come from the other side like that. But that doesn't make any sense, right?
Okay, yeah.
So you want to place it as deep as possible. If you see they have no sweeper, you legit saw him, then you always place your ward here where you still cover this entrance here. Okay?
Okay.
I like to place the ward at best here so enemies have no vision at all. Or here. This is pretty int. Unless you don't, because you were already beyond the zone here, you know? If you're not able to face check this bush, then this is a good ward, okay? Okay, the start is very simple. Okay, very well done. Clear is correct. You don't go for a sneaky gank. You don't go for an invade. Is absolutely correct on Jarvan Why? Because Jarvan is actually very weak early on. People don't know this. Because you only have one dash, then you're not a champion anymore. You're not that good. Like, you're okay, but you are too fast on the clear. Okay, this is... Okay. Okay,
That's what I tried to do, yeah.
Okay.
It didn't work out.
Okay, well, what was the plan behind this?
I saw that Aguri makes like double smites on his first clear, and he bases, buys first item, and then tries to match the scatter. Because I knew that Rengar will end on both sides, so I wanted to match Rengar and kill him.
Yes, I fought against Agorin multiple times when he was doing exactly that. What is important for you to understand is that only works on time for Scuttle. You are giga late. Like, it's already 3:30. He's already on it.
Yeah.
But imagine you're faster, right? Because Agorin is faster. And then you fight him here. Game is won.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's what I try to do.
Okay, it's important for you to understand you have a 53% win rate. If you improve your if you have improved your clear like that, win rate is already skyrocketing to 70%. Because that is something where I'm also scared of as Rengar or like as Yi here, right? That I can't stat check. Now, why does Agorin do that? Very important. One of the biggest fundamentals. You always utilize it. It is champion-specific strength. Jarvan is, as I said, not a good early game champion in terms of ganking. Because he can only gank the Yasuo if you have a Twisted Fate mid lane that has setup. A Kassadin has no setup, so he can never gank the Yasuo early. But Jarvan is extremely good at stat checking. By the way, for you, that's why I love Vi Jarvan 2 tricking. Jarvan and Vi are similar. Vi is very strong at stat check. You can't beat Vi in 1v1. Okay, so that is the only reason Agorin does it. Not knowingly, I mean, he does know it, but he doesn't know he uses the champion-specific strength, the knowledge that I teach right now, right? So, not only here, in general, where else is Jarvan good? So I want you, when you see Agorin doing something, not be like, I want to copy this. I want you to break it down in terms of why is he doing it? Because now you understand the reasoning behind it. The question for you, and that's now the independence thing you have to do without my coaching. What can you do that next game you will be on the Scuttle fighting the Rengar with 24 CS level 4? How can you do that?
Can I even do that with Jarvan? Because
Yes.
his clear is maybe too slow.
Yes,
no?
there's a very simple way to make this work.
Leash. Ask for my teammates to help on.
Is an example.
clearing.
Yeah, that's already decent. But resetting, as you like, if you're fast on your clear, you saw you were very late. You know, like you were in base at 3:30. You're not even on Scuttle. It's 3:45. So this doesn't work for you. What else could you do? Try to. I'm gonna be very like fast on this. What is a very easy way to be on the same Scuttle as Rengar?
After basing?
Okay, I'm gonna try to break it down very simply.
Okay.
If you want to fight enemy jungler, you should match his clear. That means you should path to the same way he paths to. So that's a skill you can learn now. You should start blue buff.
Okay.
You track level 1 where Rengar starts by forcefully walking into his jungle. I show you. It's actually extremely basic, right? This is good. Chance there he's here 0%. Now, you see him. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not going to die. You walk up and place your ward here before he can clear it. Or if you're faster, early, like you can put your flag, Rengar would still be here. You walk up and place your ward here. He's not going to take sweeper. You're not playing in challenger. You're playing in emerald. This is easy.
I just want to ask something.
Yeah.
Here, my Malphite is AFK, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm scared. I'm not sure where's the mid laner, right? I don't have vision.
Okay.
Here I have vision, but maybe he comes later, right? And that's why I'm not willing to go in, because there's a chance that Yasuo comes and they will kill me 2v1, no?
Yes, you're right, but you need to always break it down in extremely easy steps. Means where there's no counterplay to it. What could you do is the moment the game starts, second 15, you walk here instantly in this bush. Question to you, how high is the chance enemies are in this bush? It's 0%.
40%?
0%. They cannot be that fast. It's impossible. If you walk in, they cannot be in the bush already. So they will always walk in and then you walk out. That's the worst thing that could happen. Okay? Then you walk here, flag here. Or you just walk like this, and with the eyes, you already see if they're standing here. Then you flag this bush. Then you see if they're in the bush. If they're not in the bush, which this Rengar wouldn't, you already can walk up, place a ward here or here, and then you go out. It's very easy. This happens every game in Challenger. It's not a mistake. If you do it instantly, there's the chance you die 0. If you do it correctly. It's extremely low, okay? Now you know where he starts. He starts red buff. You start blue buff, boom. Now you're already fighting him on bot scuttle. You make sure that you do chickens crux into red, that you can like walk like this, because the bot side here is warded, most likely. This bush is warded, this bush is warded. So you do blue buff Grump Wolves, chickens, crux, red buff, and then you walk like this and stat check him, face checking this bush. I had games against NattyNet where Natty was in this bush where I was still on the blue buff. And then he flashed out of the bush and smited my blue buff away. Now he had 28 CS and I had 16. No, I had 20. Right? I had 20. Yeah, I had 20. Now my game is cooked. GGFF. It happens that quickly. Now the game is lost in Challenger. Now, do you think this Emerald Rengar would be fast enough? No. Okay, so I don't want to be like too long on like this topic. What I'm saying is you need to find champion specific strength, and then you need to find exact moments to apply it. Another example is Vi on early dragons. How do you have a perfect clear which ensures you of getting the early dragon done? It's very difficult to play against Vi getting the early dragon. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna watch this again. So now you're giga late. You just tested it, absolutely fine testing it. You don't find anything, and now you're clear as fucked, of course, because now your crux don't respawn.
Yeah, and I need to go down. Yeah.
Exactly. You can try a top lane gank. This is very good. I like that attempt a lot. Okay, why are you not EQing now?
Not sure of my range. There's a chance it's not in.
This is in range. 100%. If you're not sure, that's okay. You will learn it, but you know this is in range, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
The reason you EQ immediately is that if you want to follow the flash, it doesn't make any sense doing it later, because then he's just closer to the tower, right?
Yeah, tower.
The next thing is, if you like have W up, I personally would even consider to flash W onto him right now, right? Flash W and just auto attack him. Because if casting flash QW, whenever he flashes, you're gonna EQ him, right? The next thing you can do is EQ here, not here. That if he flashes, you can still W and do 2 auto attacks. But casting in general is a terrible setup. That's why I don't like the pathing to top side as well. That's another argument for me to in general start blue buff, right? So you find more and more arguments. And if you get the flash, that's okay. General speaking, you never want to gank a lane getting a flash. Flash is completely piss useless because you get 0 XP, you get 0 gold, you waste your time. This is not a successful gank, this is a time waste basically. Because having his flash is, who cares? Like, who cares? What happens now, right? Casting dies, okay, who cares about the flash now? Who cares about the flash? You get my point, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you skip your crux, you have to. The entire game is a bit cooked, but you still go completely 1v9. I'm very curious. Pathing now is correct. Another tip I want to give to you with Jarvan is try to get control ward, and control ward on the spot here or here on the dragon pit. Okay? Because control ward has 4 HP, so it takes some time until Rengar cleared it. And you always see if dragon is done. And Jarvan is one of those champs. Again, champion specific strength. You all learned that. And by the way, another tip for you for next season's climb is be very open. Don't just play. Don't just watch Argorin play Jarvan and be like, okay, I'm going to copy. Try to understand what is happening and try to improve on that. For example, what I just said with the control ward, you can get to yourself without me saying it, but you didn't know about it. So now I'm going to tell you. But my point is, if you see Rengar do the dragon, you know yourself now, if I ask you, it's extremely difficult for the Rengar to do the dragon when Jarvan can EQ from any angle.
Yep.
Right? For example, doing the dragon against an Ivern is way easier. Because he can't jump over the wall that easily. And he still needs to like kind of face tank. And now if you had the... Funny, no? Of course you couldn't do anything, but I'm just saying that if you had vision on this earlier, there is no way he can play it. Even now, he cannot really play it. Okay. E is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, very well played though.
It was a mistake by him, not even, it's not my good game.
Yeah, like, imagine he had Q, right? He could combine the combo, then has Q, now he has Ferocity W, and it's already tricky because you'd already used your EQ. Like, you get my point, right?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I also didn't know he doesn't have Flash. Okay, let me take a look at it again. How could you do this? Important for me is the combination of damage, you know? I think EQ is fine, but okay, if you time your Q with your smite, I mean, it's okay. Because you want to engage any. I think this is not like something you did like terribly. I think like trying to contest the dragon is completely fine. EQing here, good, very good. Flash afterwards, mechanically perfectly played. I like this. Now invading enemy wolves, is that good or not?
I'm not sure if it's up.
It spawned, you see it now?
No, it's not up.
You see now that it spawns like 8 seconds.
Okay. I don't know. I don't think it's that good.
Why? You are good enough to tell me. Tell me.
Because it's perfect. My camps are perfectly synced. I can farm my raptors and go up top.
Good. Keep in mind, 5.8 CS. Big mistake. You average still 6.2. You average 6.3. That is terrible.
Oh.
Keep in mind, every coaching client I have needs to average 7 CS per minute. Otherwise, I'm not going to coach my clients for long. Because then I don't take League of Legends seriously. Which is okay, right? If it's a hobby. But 7 CS per minute is basically a bare minimum. And if you have that, you, like, again, like this is counting for everyone, right? Platin free, 53% win rate. Now, you use champion-specific strength more. You know your champion perfectly. You're willing to improve. You have fun. You enjoy yourself. And you have higher CS. Brother, I told you your win rate jumps from 53 to 70. Now it jumps to 80%. Saying like you already reached diamond. Like this is then already enough to reach diamond. Because you're already emerald, you're already diamond. And trust me, you get a decent amount of motivation. Generally speaking, it's competition. Out competing is always joyful. Okay, he's on grubs. What is that? What are you doing? What is going on? Okay, so you do wolves, grump. You try to kill him. Okay, that's fine. You don't have any vision. Terrible. Did you see the problem? Yeah. What was the problem? This is a problem which I saw with you. I'm pretty sure I remember this, that we had this in the past.
I hesitate. I'm not sure what to do.
Yeah, that's the big reason. But it's not hesitation. It is waiting. If you are a lion and there's food running in front of you, you don't... Okay, that's perfectly set for hesitation. But the problem is you are an absolute monster. You're 2-0, 65 CS. You could do anything. And you decide to sit there and do nothing. Jungle is a kingdom, which is only about efficiency. I will outcompete every jungler in the world by being more efficient. So seeing you full HP Jarvan, and this Swain is allowed to play the game because you just wait. Because you're like, maybe he pushes, maybe he doesn't push, maybe he push. I don't care what you think. I care that you don't waste time. So you can EQ over the wall and let him execute. That's okay, but then you are quicker.
I understand.
Okay? And if you were quicker, by the way, keep in mind, climbing out of Platinum is extremely easy. Doing it correctly. I give you an example. Rengar is doing the grubs here. Excuse me? He's doing the grubs here. You are straight up stronger than him. Oh, you're not straight up. You're not straight up stronger than him. But... I just don't like this, you know? Also, why did you not ping the Nami to come to grubs? What is that? Why are they fighting bot lane?
I think I said, or I don't know.
Oh, you did ping twice. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. At 8:05. 1 minute after the grub spawn. It's okay. That's okay. No, 5 seconds after the grub spawn. Like, that's okay. Okay. Let me take a look at the play now.
Yeah, I missed my EQ.
Also, by the way, Nami in Platinum Emerald, the supports often don't come, but when I play the game, the supports still come at around a 70-80% chance. For you, it's maybe 30-40%. So you need to increase the percentage of the supports coming by improving your communication, okay?
Yep.
So figure out a way for that as well. That's like, I'm not gonna note down all the points. This is like all points I'm bringing up. You're gonna watch the VOD anyways, eventually. And then I want you to write down those points. And that's the points you're gonna work at. Because every time I coach, there are like lots of points you have to work on, okay? Communication, another point. Look at how I and Agorin communicate. Perfect kill. What do you do with the wave? Why do you push that? What is that?
Free money.
Okay, don't push that. The wave is perfectly frozen. You just pull it.
Okay. Okay.
The reason I would take this is if Cassin is still in base. Why?
Oh,
because
yeah, okay.
because then Cassin will still get the wave, but there will be a few minions that he won't get, right? And that's what you collect. But here, you just don't take it. You just don't want to take, like, you want to give it to your laner. He also gets more XP, by the way. Okay, now you face check this. Completely fine. It's okay. You don't have any. Okay, this is a bit risky. Now, why is this a risky face check?
Do I have my ult here?
No, you have it in 3 seconds. That's okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a terrible face check. What do you think? Why?
Because I know that they are here, no? On Void. I don't see mid.
Yes, very well said. You pray that they are not here.
Yeah.
And praying is very helpful, but it doesn't help you in a sense that you hope that they're not here. Because the only reason they wouldn't be here is if they are not good at League of Legends, right? And you should not expect them to be garbage at League of Legends. So my point is, here, why do I know that the grubs are gone now? What do you think?
Sorry, what? Say
Why do I, as Charvin, know that the grubs are already gone? What are the indicators that make it very easy for me to see, I can't play grubs anymore?
Because we didn't see Brangar for a long time, no?
Yes, 100%. That's one reason. That's one
But
reason.
the other reason is why the mid laner is not on his lane.
Now we are talking. That is another thing you have to work on always. Always look at the entire map. Who is here? Who could be here? Yasuo is missing since 10 seconds. Boom, that is in your brain, deep. Nami being bot lane and dying, that is a report, a manual report to Riot Games. This Nami needs to be on your side, and then these grubs are free. Next indicator is your half HP. Next indicator is you don't have flash. Rengar has flash. Okay, now what do? I walk in this bush, I insta reset, I give up my blue buff, I play Crux, maybe enemy Grump, bot lane gank, mid lane gank with Malphite ult. Malphite's ult, you want to utilize it. GG, we won the game. Another victory.
Okay. Now, this is my big problem here. That's why I never do. Like, if I see the void is up, I'm like 90% sure that they are taking it. And I know that there's no time for me to go there. Even with this knowledge, I go in.
There's one big reason for it, which you can work on. Sorry to interrupt you, but that's very important. I do. It is ego. It is ego. That is, I don't want to give up the grubs. I'm good at League of Legends. I am the GOAT, potentially. But it's also hope. It's the mix. Yeah. It's one is, I don't want to give it up. I'm so strong. I'm 2-0. I'm 3-0. I'm strong. I'm better than this Rengar. And that's the one. And the other is hope. Maybe he's not on grubs, you know? And both indicators are not here in League of Legends. That's in life in general, right? Is constantly fucking up all your decision making. For no reason. Because you don't need these grubs to be successful. Your ego is just in your way. Yet, if you reset and take Crux and play bot lane, and you already have 23 to 13, you can see my point, right? Climbing is not that difficult, right? You can do it, for sure. And also, again, I want you to play, as you said to yourself, 3 games a day is fine. Play more, reflect a lot. And this is a very important point you work on, is that you look at what you can do, not only champion specifically Vi and Charvin, but also jungle, and also you as a person. right? Because if you conquer your ego, the enemy Rengar does not conquer your ego. So there will be a different situation where you take Dragon and the Rengar will contest you. And now you keep snowballing over him. You see, you use Flash, you use Ult, and now this Rengar is fed. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's on me. Yeah.
And you still stomped them. Crazy. Very curious to see.
Me too. I don't remember it.
Okay, you have Thunder Sky, you have your Power Spike, another fundamental we use now, utilizing your Power Spikes. You don't use... Okay, that's all good. You want to ult anyways? Or why do you want to ult him, by the way? So first of all, you are under time. I'm gonna just tell you what you need to learn here in general. You are under time pressure the entire time. You don't walk like this, not because it's worse, but this is faster. You don't have time. You are in competition with this Rengar. Okay? Next thing is, the moment you face check this bush, you press W. This E from Swain, which is the core ability, is already out. Swain has nothing.
Okay.
Okay? So you don't need to be scared of anything. You also see 4 people on the map. Only Rengar could be here, but if Rengar's here and you walk like this, the chance you die is higher. Okay, so you walk in a straight line. That's the first thing. Then you don't flag, because that's your dash. You can't dash now. So you walk in, you W, then you walk in 100% consistent range, and then you EQ on his foot. Here. Now, how high is the chance it hits?
100%.
Perfect. Another point I want you to work on from now is the precision of your ability casting. That is important for YQ and for Jarvan EQ. Okay, what does that mean? That means every time you press the buttons, the focus level increases for you. That means if this is like the average focus you have during the game, right? It's just a random diagnose to explain my situation, okay? This is like the average focus level. Every time you press EQ, focus level increases a little bit, okay? Focus level increases. Why am I saying this? Because you basically need to scroll in. Look at my mouse, you see? My mouse is here. This is already a mistake. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. Why? Because the perfection of EQ is exactly here. Here. You see?
Okay.
And you can perfectly EQ on him, where it's basically impossible for him to sidestep it. It's legit undodgeable. If you're standing here and you EQ on this exact pixel, and that is pure practice, okay? You can do that. The problem is that you E here. Sometimes here, sometimes here, sometimes here, sometimes here. And you see that it's inconsistent. Now, if you always hit your EQ, what happens? Jarvan is a complete monster. Like absolute. Imagine you still at ult. You can play more aggressive now. You agree with me, right?
Yeah, of course.
Perfect. Good. Now I hope you go enemy Crux. Let's see what you do. Very smart. I like that. You can also go chickens. You still see Rengar bot, and you can try to regank top. And now you made a mistake of showing yourself here. Always take a look at the minimap. This is ridiculous. You cannot show yourself. Enemies will all know. Now
that's why I pulled it, but still I messed it up.
I mean, you just wait 1 second in case, you know?
Yep.
And here, again, same as before, the mistake repeats as we had it here. The exact same mistake is hesitation and being slow. You're like, should I, maybe not, should I, maybe not, right?
Yeah.
Now, why is walking mid lane terrible as well? There's one answer for
my
it.
teammate is lower.
Yes, try to break it down simpler. You don't need to overcomplicate League of Legends. Why is mid lane gank bad? Because Malphite is useless because he doesn't have ult.
Okay.
Let him die. You take chickens and then you reset. And then you play with
Then
Nami
he
and
will
Vayne.
flame me for sure.
Brother, I don't care if people flame me.
Okay.
If there's a grandma that I need to help crossing the street, and then there's another stranger that flames me for doing so, I will still help the grandma crossing the street because that's correct. Do you have an ego problem of satisfying others?
That's a good question. Hello.
Of course you don't. Why? Because you're in peace with yourself. That's, by the way, what I learned with myself. I don't care what my teammates or enemies think. I will do everything within my power to carry every single one of my teammates. I will sweat, blood, sweat, and tears to make sure my teammates win. That's competition. And if my teammates hate me for that, I will still help them. Right? Okay. So that is covered. So never come with the argument, yeah, but maybe he pings me. Also, that's result-based judging. You don't even know if he pings you. Maybe he's like, nice, he did at least the chicken, so he's ahead. Okay, that's most likely not gonna happen, but you get my point. Okay, you take topside camps, perfect. Mid lane gank again, does he have ult now? Timers, my friend. And you're completely smurfing this game. What is I'm not gonna watch more of this game because the rest of how you snowball, actually I don't care. You made already too many mistakes.
No! Finally, I would do something correct, and you.
Okay, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch quickly.
No.
But okay. This is not your gameplay. Tell me about what is the big problem here? What are you doing here? Staring at the wall, by the way.
I shouldn't be here. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Why shouldn't you be here? What is the reason for you not being here?
Because Rengar is bot. I can take the. No, I can't take Herald.
Potentially, maybe, I don't know. Could be. But this picture, what is the problem with this picture?
Bro is nearly dead, and I'm showing to the enemy, and they know where I am.
Yes, but that's not the reason. I'm telling you the reasons. You are outnumbered. Numbers advantage, biggest fundamental in the entire game. Number 2, Malphite has no ult. We just talked about it. Number 3, you have no ult. And number 4, you have no flash. And all those reasons, this 6 can be legit a bronze 4, and you couldn't do shit. Okay, so, and now comes the sad part about this play is, you can legit just take blue buff, and then kill the Swain, or take Herald. You have full numbers advantage topside. Rengar is bot on vision. Yasuo is on vision. He is single-handedly telling you, please kill me. He has no flash, no ult. And the blue buff is spawning right now. So basically, God himself is telling you, please take blue and kill the Swain. And you decide to stare at the wall. Okay, that's why I can't watch the game anymore. You see my point, right? It's actually simple. But now me bringing it up shows you have decent potential. You're still a great Jarvan player. You play the game pretty decently, right? But some things are just cringe. Okay, now, precise and quick. Right now, Yasuo ults. If he ults, he's stunned. Why are you not EQing on his stun?
I think it's not in my range. No?
This is in your range. Okay, next thing you have to do, because this is now the second time you bring it up, you go practice tool and figure out the ranges.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm serious. With IQ as well, because this is in range.
Okay.
Next.
Oh, that's why I didn't do it, see? Because he was in an animation, and I'm scared that I missed the TQ.
Okay,
I want to make 100% sure.
Next thing is, you are good enough. I don't want to hear you are scared. These enemies and your teammates are not better than you. Even though a lot of people think that when they climb to Emerald, now you climb to Diamond, you're going to be like, fuck, these are all Diamond players, and I'm still Emerald in my heart. You're not Emerald in your heart, you're a Diamond player. So stop being scared, okay? The next thing is, your EQ. Remember the thing I wanted to teach you before with the precision of your EQ, okay? You remember here, right? So, very important, you're precise. Yasuo is right now stunned on the wall. So you can EQ him on the spot here on his shoes. You agree with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now look where you EQ. And that's why I wanted you to practice on it.
No.
Your Q almost didn't even connect. My God! It's locked in, huh? Full tryhard. No mic, no cam, Dimos. Okay, you have numbers advantage. You take Herald. Amazing. You're ahead. After Herald, you should reset. Blue buff is a mistake. Actually, not necessarily a mistake. I think it's okay. You can also reset now and then play bot side. Problem is just that your bot side could already be gone. Rengar could have already taken it. Now you're too late on tempo. You see, now you're fighting and Nami is dead. So it would be way smarter to just take Herald, reset. Why? Because you have an item advantage. Again, another fundamental. Then you enter on one side and then you are on position on the fight. So that would have been better. But you don't. Now you're too late. Enemies grief it. The 6 is now bronze, but now he's finally free. EQ was completely fine. Still not precise, but completely fine. Here you push the wave. I don't know what you're doing here. Why are you hesitating again? You want to take the dragon, God. Right? Okay, that's sure. But then, then take him. Like
I wanted to Malphite push this wave in, so we have,
Okay, you want Malphite to push and ping it. You are the jungler is the leader in League of Legends. Okay. Next
I think I'm gonna ping it.
Okay, now you stand still. Now you walk to the right. Still no ping. Now he pushes it without your ping.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I just want you to take action. You are the one to decide, basically. Okay, dragon is completely fine. How much gold do you have? 1,000. Reset. Ping away. Where are the pings? Again, you don't take action. You don't take control. You need to be like you are a father with 4 children, and you don't make a single call. Yep. You just let the children exist. That's not how you parent. These teammates are your children. This disgusting is lost without you. Look at him, 0-7. Like he's shitting his own pants. Okay, this play is interesting. I don't like it. Again, I can't. Look at your EQ again, Daimos. What is that? You're maining Jarvan. What is that EQ again? Can you stop? You're not even an auto attack range after EQ.
Oh, shit.
He doesn't have flash. You just put it... Okay, one more time. And then I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I don't want to invest more time into this topic because it's a thing you can easily learn also going to practice tool. Okay, on his shoes, that is... Here.
Yeah, I understand what you are saying. I didn't even know that I need to do this with TR1.
Yeah, now you know. And with Vi, it's the same, by the way.
Okay, I know VIQ, but...
I'll tell you more about this in the future, but we don't invest more time into this now. You have 3 items. Now, with 3 items, you want to fight. That's good. Well done. Taking the ward is also interesting. Going for the Jarvan here, a little bit too late. Slow reaction time. Or following up. Going for the Atakan is beautiful. Okay, this is an insta turn. What is this?
Like turn to Swain? Because he has ult.
Of course! You have Black Cleaver! He has 2 items. Okay, Jarvan is actually insanely good scaling champion, okay? Now, Nami dies here. Brother, you really do... brother, like, what is this? They're... Okay, it's fine.
Okay, now, here, to be honest, I'm like, Atakan took my whole magic resist, right?
Okay.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I understand you. That is a good argument. That's a good argument, but you learn your limits better, okay? I, as a Jarvan, like I played so much Jarvan myself, right? Like I was my secondary main champion. I know the limits a bit better, okay? So that's okay. You will learn this too. Next season, you're gonna play a lot and you learn it. But this is a guaranteed kill. He doesn't have ult, by the way. He doesn't have flash. Okay, even if he has ult, it doesn't. Yeah, you learn it. Let me tell you one more thing. This is not even remotely close.
Okay, I would never know. Yeah. I don't even know how to like know this.
I tell you why? Because he has nothing.
One level behind.
No, it's matchup. He can't dodge your EQ. So you hit your EQ. You already have 4 Conqueror stack. You hit your out attack. You have 6 Conqueror stacks. You W. You have a shield. You out attack and then you play around your flag. Your EQ is not long cooldown. You can kite. You can run away if you want to. You can queue back to your flag. If like you flag here. Let's say Swain is here, okay? You flag here. Now you walk away. If he chases you, you can even queue back to your flag. Knocking up again. The chance you die is 0. This could be the best Swain in the world. You even have flash. You can dance. You need to learn the Jarvan dance. That's something Agorin and me do all the time. You EQ the Swain, not in a say like, I'm gonna all in Swain now. You do, but you just dance with him. you run in a circle, you do more and more auto attacks, and you will see very quickly if you win it. If you're like, I don't win it, then you EQ out again, or you flash out, you run out, you Q back to your flag, whatever. It's very easy to disengage from a Swain, you know? It's not a Vayne that does old Q, auto attack, old Q. Look at him, he can't even chase his Malphite. How can he chase you? Okay, now you turn, finally. Amazing. Let's see how easy this is now. Malphite would okay. You see? You just EQ out if you don't want to anymore. You see? And now, by the way, I would walk, just for, so you know, I would walk here, out attack him, and then Q the flag again. His ult already run out. I kite him, and I heal more than he deals damage because I also have Sandra Sky. Okay, you see how easy this is? And you have Q in 0.6 seconds, and you Q again the flag. You see my points now, right? But you learn your limits.
Yeah.
Okay, the reset should have been quicker. You gave the enemies too much counterplay. You tried to take away the counterplay. Okay, very well done. I like it. Be a bit quicker in that too. I'll show you. You sweeper? Okay. Why do you not EQ him now? It's not 100% he's going to face check.
Yeah.
And EQ again, like now I pointed out one more time. If it's on him, you see how terrible it's going to be playing against you. You're going to be a monster. Enemies don't want to queue up against you anymore. If you start to hit your abilities. Like the EQ here again, right? So. Okay, nice. Now you take Atakan, of course. If there was no tower, I would immediately take the plant and fight them. Okay, you take Atakan. Go. Okay, this was a good angle. I like that one. Because he's now stuck with Atakan. Good, you kite it a little bit. You make sure you stay on the. You stay like okay. You can easily take this, by the way. You just EQ in. You just EQ in and take it. Easily, by the way. You have smite. You see your EQs yourself, like you see it yourself. But it's so funny how you're already climbing,
every
right?
Single EQ
you're already,
is a miss.
yeah, every single one, exactly. But it's the people that are stuck or like not climbing or not getting better is you're just repeating mistakes.
Yeah.
For example, I show you one thing I would have done. Things you learn with me, okay? It's knowledge applied. That means
next time I'm gonna like E on his foot, right? Yeah.
Yes, but knowledge applied, I will tell you. I would always walk one step to the right, and if Nico walks up now, I immediately EQ old Nico. Why? Because I know Charvin. Nico cannot disengage. She doesn't have a dash. She can't escape your ult. So, she doesn't have flash, by the way. How high is the chance she dies if you do that? Tell me.
100%.
Perfect. Does the Nico know how Charvin works? Does you and me know how Charvin works?
You maybe, me no.
You do know it as well, brother. So you EQ now into ult for two reasons. Number one, you use the card that Nico doesn't know how Charvin works perfectly like you do. You are a better Charvin than this guy, so you know it. And the next thing is, Rengar, Swain, and Ziggs are all dead. So what do you have to lose?
Nothing.
Perfect. You're learning, brother. You're learning. Nice. But you're... what the fuck? You're submissively resetting, and she's face-checking you! You're 4 levels ahead, and she's like tickling your tail, and you're doing nothing. You're the lion that only roars but never bites, huh? You okay, brother?
Yeah.
The EQ is fine. Try to take this plant. Nice, really good. Try to take this plant. Okay, we don't like this play because Kassin is not here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would have not face checked like this. Like here the EQ is a mistake because you're outnumbered. If Kastin was here, then we would play this. Okay. Really well played. Really well played. EQ missed again. Nice. Okay.
I thought it's gonna land.
Now you are here again. Like you see the mistakes again repeats. Here you're running in a circle again. Oh no, you just picked up the roll.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Why not cheese in this bush?
I don't know.
You cheese as deep as possible. I would cheese in this bush, by the way.
Okay. I know. I knew I needed to cheese, but I know because I don't know.
Isn't it funny how I would have just killed this Ranger and here nothing happens? So it's the same knowledge, but it's just a little bit more optimized. That's also one thing.
Isn't it a bad play if I go into that bush? Because if he comes in, then he can come into the bush and jump on the fruit. No?
No, brother.
No?
Look,
Okay.
I show you.
I can one.
If he takes this plant, then the cheese doesn't work anyways. Okay.
Yeah.
If he is now face checking, okay. Now you EQ him.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Do you think his brain is gonna be like, I can keep running, then jump on the plant and like no, he can't.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay?
True.
So that's another thing I want you to work on is to optimize your strategic plans. This is a strategic plan, which I like a lot, right? This is a really good cheese. Optimizing also means, for example, you're waiting here. How long? What? 10 seconds? You could have taken Crux.
Okay, yeah.
And
I don't know the timers here.
Yeah,
though.
you're learning it. That's what I'm saying. You need to reflect on your gameplay. You play 3 games a day, and then you rewatch your games and think, here I wasted 10 seconds. What could I have done in the 10 seconds? And then you learn, because a lot of the timers is not only knowledge, it's also experience. It's an addition of knowledge, experience, and reflection, right? That's for me. For me, cheesing in this bush and taking Crux are both extremely obvious.
Obvious, yep.
Now, the TP would have seen you, by the way. This TP would have seen you on Crux, so the cheese would have not worked. But you see my point in the first place, okay? Now, you did not think about optimization here. Your brain, which most people do, say, the cheese didn't work. Oh. It's so funny. This is the Elo you're stuck in, brother. What?
Yeah,
look at the Kassadin. Look at his brain
He's
delay.
like, oh shit.
Look at his brain delay. Oh, what is happening? And then he ults nothing. And people are stuck in this Elo. Like, it can't be so simple. Yeah, brother. You're stuck in gold and Bliet is climbing.
Bliet.
Okay. This free Baron. Nice. Take control. I like these pings a lot. If I see, like, if you watch my stream, if you watch Argorin's stream, if you watch Nadinet's stream, if you look at the chat, this is how the chat looks like. On my way, you are the leader, okay? So you need to be a great leader. You need to learn to be a great leader. You're taking Crux as a mistake. Okay, but you're not scared, okay? You're 20 kills Charvin. You don't walk away. Please let him jump on you, okay? What is that?
I don't know.
How far further do you want to pull this rep up? How many kills do you need to not be scared anymore?
I don't know.
Yeah, but again, like, these are things that will come naturally. Naturally, but only naturally if you think about it. Because right now, a lot of your gameplay is just gameplay. There's not a thought behind it. It's like, I need to respect him. I need to do this. But there's no argumentation behind your points. Now I start to question everything. Again, do you want to fight this? No. Kassadin is dead. All enemies are missing. And your team is in base. Why are you standing in this bush?
I need to farm.
Yeah, take your top side camps, push top lane. Kassadin is dead. You can't contest this dragon. It's impossible. Unless enemies are bronze 3. Okay, so how long do you want to wait here?
I don't know, like 5 minutes or so.
your 4-year-old child. Your 4-year-old child just fell down the stairs. And you had deep eye contact with the child. What? Look at his Nami. Your presence baits the Nami. But I can't watch. People are stuck in this elo. Again, enemies are all missing. All go to the dragon. On vision going to the dragon. And Nami face checks the bush. And you're having deep eye contact with the Nami, watching her die.
And still just waiting there.
Exactly. So that's also a great leader. Again, ego, as we had it earlier. You need to call it off. No, guys, this is not how we play. Ping the Nami away. Tell Nami, follow me. Nami, I will do everything to carry you, but please trust in me. And then you take your topside camps, and Nami will ward the topside, and you push top, then you find the Swain catch on topside, then you have a team fight where Malphite presses ult on the Yasuo and the Rengar, and the fight is won. Do you agree with me?
Yeah. So this whole thing
yes.
started with Kassadin dying, right?
Yes.
Kassadin dead, so I need to go to clear and go push me.
Exactly, right? And the Kassadin death is also your mistake.
Okay.
And this fight is also your mistake. And you win it. Like, how terrible is this all? Okay. Okay. Take topside camps. Let's watch the end of the game now. We're already so far in.
What am I doing?
Yeah. But now this is a great question you're asking. Because I didn't ask this question. You said it. You're already reflecting. You're already getting better. Good. What are you doing? Okay. Question to you. What should you do after this play? Now you take topside camp, which is okay. Then you want to reset, which is okay. Walk in this okay, now you want to reset, okay? So you spam everyone away. This is complete waste of time. You don't have time for this. So all of you guys, base. Okay, now let's say we are in base. At one point we are in base, right? A delayed respawn, terrible, absolutely disgusting, everything. She's not even basing, what the fuck? Okay, now, what should you do?
Go top.
Bot lane is also fine. Top or bot doesn't matter. But what? Okay, you go top, and then what?
And push the wave in, no, on top.
And then what? Give me a play. How do you end the game? How do you play? How do you win now? Push top. Is the Nexus not destroyed? What is the next move after pushing top?
Destroy turrets, no?
Yeah, but how? Give me a plan, a structure. You don't.
Oh, man,
it's
I don't know.
How do you win the game? You just destroy the Nexus. That's what you're saying. You do know. Try it. I'm giving you the opportunity here to tell me before I tell you. How do you end the game? You have now control over your 5 teammates, okay? Think about it this way. There's a 10,000 euro bet on the line that you win this game. And you have 5 teammates. And you need to have an answer that you present to me. And I tell you if it's correct or not. And you are the one leading. All these 4 teammates are in Discord call with you, waiting for your call. What is your call?
Okay. My call is to go, all of us, go mid lane. And if it's a fight, then 5v5 or ARAM, then just win the game. Because we are so much level ahead, items ahead.
Okay. Okay, Ziggs will just take the wave and they don't fight. What then?
My teammates won't. They won't fight.
Yeah, enemies try to not fight. They just try to push the wave, and they stand away. Like they will stand here behind the Nexus, so you can't engage on them, and they will just wave clear. So what do you do now?
I don't know. Wait for the Drake. No, the Soul Drake or the.
Okay, brother. We will talk about this. Mid late game macro is something you need to specifically learn really well, because I feel like there are a lot of things is missing, but I will cover this also in the future. Okay, you just need to be a bit patient for it. Now I'm going to explain how it is. It's very simple. Okay, your goal is to break top lane T2 and break top lane inhib. That's how you play. You don't end. You need to get inhibs, right? So you already have one inhib. what does this inhib do? Nothing but pressuring. Inhib is about pressure. That's why you don't want to take inhibs before Baron spawn, because then the pressure is useless, because they just wave clear. But now you utilize the pressure. That means you go mid lane, not to push, but to create pressure. That means you want to have, look on the minimap, this control over the map. This is your territory. If the enemies do what I said, that they respect you, then they will stand here and wave clear. If they don't respect it and stand in the territory, they will get Malphite, Jarvan, full all-in hard engaged. And the game is won, as you said. And that's what you have in your brain, because in Platinum, people don't know what respect and territory is. So the Swain will just walk up and die and GG, we lost. Oh, we won. That's how it works, right? But the better you get, because you understand the game more, enemies will respect it. Now you're clueless, because enemies will respect it, so they're using their knowledge. Okay, what do? With the control over the map, usually you're getting more resources. That means you get your camps, you get enemy camps, you get enemy chickens, enemy wolves, enemy blue, enemy red buff, you get dragon vision control, baron vision control, you get everything. Now, with that control, you go top lane. That means you have 4 people on top lane, 4 people here on top lane that are pushing. And you at best are the only one mid lane that makes sure you don't get engaged. You just take the wave. With the wave, you have the control, because without wave, enemies couldn't counter push anyways. And then you rotate top lane, and then you have 5 people perfectly sieging top lane. Again, if the enemies defend here, they cannot, because you're too strong, and you keep sieging. Now you're on the inhib, and now you keep sieging, whilst also making sure the mid lane wave is pushed. Look on the minimap. These 2 arrows is now your pressure. 1 guy mid lane that rotates top lane, 4 people top lane that pressure, whilst always having the threat of engaging, hard engaging, whilst simultaneously trying to get the inhibitor with the pressure. If that doesn't work out, then you play Baron Dragon and then you repeat the cycle. It's that simple. Enemies can do, in this game, precisely 0. You are Dragon Soul, 65,000 gold with a hard outscaling team comp. Game is won. And you are legit telling me that enemies are going to get inhib very soon. Okay, one more question.
It can be on the other side too, right? 4 on bot and 1 on mid.
Exactly. That's like perfect. Okay. That's why I said it doesn't matter.
I need to ping my team to go top or go bot, right?
Yes.
And I solo go mid.
No, yeah, but the problem with solo going mid is if the enemies don't give you the wave, which they will do, so it will work. But if they don't give you the wave, then they have counter push. And then you have a problem, you know, but that barely happens because you're playing an Emerald. That doesn't happen until Grandmaster, right? So yeah, you just do exactly what you said. So now you know the macro, and this macro you're going to use every single time you're ahead.
Okay, sure.
Now, what can the enemies do against it? There's only one last thing they can do. They can try to have a Rengar split push on top side while you're pushing bot lane. Question to you, what should you do then?
Nothing about the Rengar, no? Because we will, like, kill the towers way more quickly than a Rengar.
Yes, but again, you are under time pressure because you need to be faster than a Rengar. So that means you maybe do Malphite TP defended, but the main goal is to just brute force end.
Blue force and okay.
Like forcefully end the game. If the enemies defend, you just all in.
Okay.
Beautiful, brother. Now we are above the hour already. We already did a lot. Okay. So we are perfectly here on the end. Is there anything else you want to ask on a question?
I mean, of course, there's a lot of questions left for me. But see, that's my problem. Even if I go like super carry game, you watch my gameplay, it's like S. It's so bad. That's why I feel like
wait a second. I am one of the best players in the entire world, and my job is to tell you what mistakes you do. I can look any game look like ass. If I watch Grandmaster junglers, I tell them, brother, you're doing everything wrong. But because I'm pointing out the things you improve on, that's a great thing. By the way,
understandable, yes.
So the point of coaching is basically I will humble you and tell you, brother, look at yourself, and you realize, wait a second, I have so much potential inside of me, And the coaching is then there that you use your potential and have basically a very easy path to improvement. Same within real life, okay? That's it. That's how you get better. The game is not ass. You did great. I told you you're a great Jarvan player. You don't respect my acknowledgement to you. You're a great Jarvan player. But there are things you can do better, which separates a lot. I mean, keep in mind, there's a big difference between Platinum and Diamond. There's a huge difference between Diamond and Master. Massive difference Master, Grandmaster. Massive difference to Challenger. Massive difference from Challenger to top 100. An insane difference from top 100 to top 10. And an even bigger difference from top 10 to rank 1. Like, not that big, but of course there's so many things you have to work on. Brother, you didn't even know mid-late game macro.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm playing this shit for like a year. I don't know, man.
A year is
No, 2
nothing.
years.
That's nothing. Like we talked about this as well. You don't, guys. This guy is Emerald Diamond climbing, and he plays since 2 years. Like brother, I told you this as well. Your improvement within 2 years is fabulous. There are people stuck in gold, in platinum, in silver for years and decades. And then I look at this Bliet Kassadin that has a reaction time of a toaster.
Even on look at my flex, because on flex I'm diamond though.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
I play with, yeah, I know it doesn't matter, but I mostly played flex nowadays.
Yeah, that's
And
amazing.
there's a lot
Flex is
of
beautiful.
master players.
Yeah, but that doesn't count at all because people don't try it at all. When I played Flex Q, I had a 100% win rate to Challenger.
Okay, holy shit. Okay.
I
never knew.
And you know what my LP gain was? +0.
What the fuck?
Because my MMR was God tier that I didn't even gain 1 LP. I legit got, I had queue time of 50 minutes and I got +0. That was, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. And I didn't play Flex Q for like so long, right? You don't need, like, Flex Q is amazing to play, right? And these master players are good and it's very good practice for you. And it doesn't matter too much in terms of, like, it is really decent, but it doesn't matter at all in comparison to solo queue. That's what you always need to keep in mind.
Yeah, sure.
So Diamond and Flex is amazing if you get to Master, if you get to Grandmaster, Flex Q, even Challenger. That is really impressive. But it's not at all comparable with solo queue, okay? Keep that in mind.
Okay.